Welcome to the Promo Playbook, the next episode of this podcast. And today I have a lovely guest, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, thank you,
Hello.
and welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me, and I'm excited.
Me too. As a quick introduction, Jacqueline is a graphic designer extraordinaire. She's also a creative director and as well as a very, very brilliant marketing consultant as well. And as a side note, I've heard that she's an amazing dancer as well.
Yes, thank you, Charles. Yeah, I love to dance, and also I love design, everything that's creative.
Before we, dive into your field of expertise, which is marketing, I wanted to ask you, what were you like as a kid? Were you already naturally creative and were you already naturally into ideas that sell products and services? Or did you come to that later on in your life?
Actually, it came about like 14. With 14, I started drawing. So the creative side started on basically. And I was always being a bit of a dreamy kid. So I was a little bit more creative. So people in school were so much faster and like writing down things. And I was like actually drawing everything. So actually, I was more like a slower kid. But then it started to be amazing after we figured out, okay, my creative side is actually artistic and I want to do something with it. And then I studied communication design in Augsburg in Germany, and I did my Bachelor of Arts there and communication design. And it was amazing. Like I was doing photography, video, drawing, painting. We did all these kind of things, and graphic design as well.
So all the tools necessary to build an arsenal of marketing tools for today's marketing environment.
You need actually all this, even what I learned in my studies, which colors fit together, which buttons work. So through experience, you figure out what works for the people, what not.
So in your journey, was there any one memory that's on your life that shaped the way you think about marketing for today's businesses and organizations?
Yes, sure. I think it was 3-4 years ago. It was really interesting, like to see how other businesses are doing their marketing and how to go in there as an external person and change their way of thinking completely. Sometimes it's important to think out of the box to stand out to other like companies and products. So
something a bit different.
Yeah,
resonating with that. So Jacqueline, a question here for you. If you were to start a brand tomorrow, today's Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday, with no money, just your marketing skills, what would you do first to start that brand, to market it?
Actually, I would go into the digital product side. I would actually create templates to sell them. That would be a great side hustle, but also you could do as a proper business to sell digital products, basically. And I would definitely recommend everybody to do that. And especially with AI, it could be much easier to create digital products. And
what's an example of a digital product that you have in mind?
It could be wedding cards. Like everybody's like a design of a wedding card and a pre-designed template, because not everyone wants to get a graphic designer and paying thousands of dollars for that invitation cards. And then they go on Canva and all the other platforms to get templates, basically. And they buy the template. And you can sell as much as you want, basically.
I've seen things like that on platforms like Etsy.
Etsy as well. Yes. It's Canva, Etsy, and all this Printify as well. You could do actually templates and then also get your Printify or other platforms. And design prints, basically printed.
Can you share with the audience out there what are some of the more memorable marketing campaigns that you worked on in the past and what made them so memorable for you?
Mostly it's the people that are memorable that I worked with, but also the campaigns. Like I love to work for Harcourts International, for example. They had Harcourts Foundation and they had to do like the whole social media templates and all this stuff.
There's a property company in Queensland, I believe.
Oh, no, they're international. They're all like they're New Zealand company actually, but their like main office is in Brisbane. So I worked for them quite a while and it was fun. It was they always had interesting campaigns and events going on.
And what were some of the results of the marketing that you did for them?
Actually, there's signage everywhere for sold houses that I actually, I did signage designs, and they had a platform for this kind of templates, and they, basically you can tell that every real estate agent is using these templates to sell their houses and rent them or lease them. Basically, I designed it with a really, really small team, and that was a great time.
With the designs, were there specific elements that you needed to focus on? Perhaps the color, perhaps the placement that will make one design resonate more with another? Were there any tips and tricks that you needed to implement that could share?
Sure. It's always like the golden ratio, right? So if you have a little bit of knowledge in what looks good, sometimes white space is important, right? We cannot clash everything into that design. Less is more still, after all. So that would be one of my tips. More image driven. Yeah, definitely.
So you mentioned white space.
Yes.
What are your thoughts about having black space? Does it convey this? Does it do the same job? Or does having a black space convey something totally different from a color marketing perspective?
Yeah, it does. Black is also modern. It's more direction of tech. Like every color has their own kind of direction from topic wise. It's like if you do a black signage, maybe it's like going under, you know. I saw a black signage for a house selling, but I think white space is still more powerful than black.
Oh, so white's more powerful than black. Because myself, being in the merchandising uniform space, we constantly advise our customers either have black back, white.
Exactly. It depends. If you go more into video and motion and all this, black is really seen much more.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What do companies tend to get wrong about marketing?
I think the expectation of marketing is all the time like it needs to work like right away. It's not. It's actually like you have to work at least 6 months on it to have actual output. Right? You cannot expect from over day, like you do marketing once a week, only that you're going to go off. So I think I can recommend to keep working on it, be patient, and then at some point you will see the results.
So the constant refinement over time.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
What's the most underrated marketing tactic, marketing channel that you commonly use or come across? What's the most underrated tool that you have in your arsenal?
My most underrated tool would be like you speak of platforms, or what do you refer to in tools?
Platforms or tools. For example, I myself, I consider Reddit to be very underutilized. However, when you look at the metrics of Reddit, you'd be incredibly astounded. They have millions and millions of users, almost to the level of the main social media platforms, including your X, Facebook, your TikToks. The usage and engagement rate is incredible. So to me, that's an underused, underrated platform. And also to advertise, it's also very affordable as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are some of the platforms that you've come across that you feel not many people are on this platform? This is a clear and easy opportunity.
I think from marketing perspective, not a lot of businesses are on TikTok. I mean, there are a lot of people on TikTok. It's a really popular platform. But actually for businesses, I don't think they do enough for TikTok because they can get viral. They can get more younger users as well to get awareness of the brands or brands in general.
And why do you feel businesses underuse TikTok? Do you have any thoughts or theories as to why?
Yeah, it might be like that a lot of users are not the younger generation or like in these positions, basically.
If you had a serious product or a serious service, would that still be suitable for a platform like? What's one marketing strategy that businesses think would work, but in reality, it's a total failure. It never works.
I think Google AdWords sometimes is a way Google makes money if you don't know what you're doing. So people or companies lose money, a lot of money, because they don't have the expertise to actually know how to get the right keywords or how to get Google ads going.
I can resonate with that because in our business, for a solid 6 months, we had one setting turned on in Google. That setting was to allow our ad to be visible globally. We only service Australia and New Zealand. And you could just imagine the amount of marketing leakage, money-wise, that went into advertising in countries like Switzerland and New York, where people see our ads and clearly cannot purchase from us.
Exactly. That's one of the where money goes away. I would definitely more recommend to get someone to write SEO copy on your website, make it more user-friendly, user experience. So the user experience is going to be so much better. It needs to be visually and practically going hand in hand, basically. So that way you're going to rank a little bit more up in Google. And yeah, that's what I think they should do.
Cannot agree more. So in the marketing space, is there currently something that you're quite obsessive about that you feel is going to take off? Perhaps it's an AI, perhaps it's a new AI tool. Is this a particular piece, particular software where you think, I really need to focus more attention because I think in the coming 5 years, it's going to be more and more relevant. I've used a lot of different AI tools over the past 6 months, and the AI tools I've been using text to photographs, and all the software, all the popular ones, and GPTs as well as Midjourneys and all the others. I've given them a go, and I found that there's a high degree of randomness, which becomes very time consuming for myself.
Yes.
This is amazing images. Invariably, they're not quite to specifications, and I find it still very frustrating. What has your experience been using AI tools to create graphical images?
That's the same. Like, I feel also frustrated if they don't get into the details that I want to. So I just use it as a tool additional tool to my designs. I still do my designs myself, right? So that way it's gonna be work hand in hand, basically, and not rely completely on AI. I would not recommend it. That way, the personal design is also gone if you just generate all the time. And
in our business, we would have generated hundreds of images, all of which are useless. They look beautiful, but they don't fit the criteria that we need to use them for. And so, in my mind, if I'm starting a business from scratch where I had no collateral, no material, then yes, we would be able to use those materials. But because we have a brand voice, a brand image, brand colors, specific products, and push out specific messages, quotes, and captions that we have, AI struggles a lot when it comes to capturing an existing brand.
That's why I don't feel endangered as a designer yet, because people say
yet.
Well, who knows how good AI is going to be, but at the end there needs to be a person behind these tools knowing what they do.
Cannot agree more.
Yes, so I think still I don't feel like I'm using the tools to help myself sometimes to get faster. And that's it actually. So I wouldn't say AI is dangerous to marketing. It's more a good tool to use. And then also be careful of not being too general, right? You want to still do your own brand and be special from everybody else, right?
Love that reply. Final question. If you could put a message on a billboard, a very big billboard in the middle of Sydney or in the middle of Melbourne, what would you want it to say? What image would you want it to show?
I mean, I always think of Nike. I think they have great branding, and it's always the message, just do it. And I think that's one of the sentences that always sticks to my head, because sometimes we are hesitant to do things. We should do more things that we are uncomfortable with, and then we have a great output, and we never know what to expect.
So that one big board in the middle of Sydney, we simply say,
just do it.
Let's do it.
Just do it.
Nike, if you're listening to this, you should hit up Jacqueline.
Yes, definitely.
Jacqueline, thank you so much for your time. It's been having you on the show.
Thank you for having me, and hopefully be back.
To those listening, thank you so much for listening to the promo Playbook by Cubic Promote. Please stay tuned for future episodes.
Bye.